Post 2020, the video production game has changed a lot. And there are two major reasons why this change has happened when it comes to what you need to create professional level YouTube videos. One, people are now shooting from their home and using their home as a backdrop. Think about March 2020 when everybody was at home, all the news broadcasters were at home. They were shooting with what they had at home. So it's become more realistic. It's become more of what we are accustomed to. It's more of this authentic type video production. People are zooming in, so to speak, on calls. And so we expect different types of background, not professional level studios, maybe kids popping in. And the second reason that video production has really changed since 2020 is the introduction of TikTok and really vertical video. This type of video is more raw, more authentic. And so we are seeing this shift of this, sound studio type TV content on YouTube to now more real, authentic, raw style content on YouTube. So, what does this mean for you and your video content? You don't have to be so fancy and make filming YouTube videos so overwhelming. I want to hear from you real quick. Who is currently shooting YouTube videos or who wants to shoot YouTube videos and then in the next coming months, like before 2023? Let me know where you at. Are you currently shooting YouTube videos or do you want to be shooting YouTube videos soon? Let me know in the comments because today I'm going to be sharing with you the minimal equipment that you need to get started with creating professional level videos. And these recommendations that I'm going to share with you are the things that I use every single day, and they're what I recommend my seven-figure entrepreneurial clients that I work with inside my YouTube production agency every single week. All right, so I'm going to double check that we are all good here with the stream. I see YouTube is up and running. Fantastic. I'm going to pop over to the chat real quick and see. Okay, Guiding Echo wants to get back to videos. Nikki is currently shooting. Floating Lotus Design is started shooting weekly videos. Also, Katie currently shooting and just hit 700 subscribers. Fantastic, Katie. Katie, side note. Katie is a client in my coaching program, 10K on replay. Aaron reached out to you, Katie, so double check your messages. So I'm glad I got you here. Pretty random. But anyways, let's dive into the different types of content that we can create. Now, I want to first tell you everything that I'm going to cover here today. You can get a list from me. Go to trinalittle.com/equipment, and I will send you the list of everything that I use or recommend. Okay. So you can grab that list, trinalittle.com/equipment, instead of like trying to scribble everything down. If you are watching on Instagram here today, you're not going to see the equipment that I'm showing on my screen in YouTube and Facebook. So you may want to get that list, trinalittle.com/equipment. So the first thing that I do want to talk about is the camera, because there are three basic pieces of equipment that you will need to shoot YouTube videos: camera, a microphone, and lighting. So let's talk about camera. And I want to talk about budget camera versus level up camera. So the very first camera that I think you should get started with, which is absolutely fine to use. Remember I said about the rise of TikTok and vertical video? Your phone is a great to start shooting YouTube videos. In fact, there are multiple videos on my channel right now that I have shot with my cell phone. And you probably aren't able to notice which ones are shot on my cell phone and which ones are not, because your cell phone is to start shooting YouTube videos and nobody's going to know the difference. The audio in the video, the audio and the lighting is what's going to affect that quality. And we're going to talk about those. So on my screen here real quick, I want to first, like I said, talk about the budget camera, which is your cell phone. First place to get started is your cell phone. The level up camera that I want to talk about, when I say level up, I want something that I can just pick up, shoot immediately, not have to mess with. All right. I don't want to have to mess with anything. And what I found works best for me is this Sony ZV-1. Now, this is a recent upgrade for me. I used the Canon G7X for a very, very long time, super similar to this camera. But the reason why I like this is because it has a flip out screen. I can put this on my tripod and I am good to go. I don't have to worry about super fancy settings. I can see that I'm in here and it looks great. The quality of the video is perfect. It's all I need and it's super simple. So when I talk about the Sony ZV-1, I'm going to pull this up on my computer real quick for you all. So let me share my screen. All right, we're going to share this window and let's just share the screen and here we go. The Sony ZV-1. This is what I would recommend. This is what I use. This is what I enjoy. I also have the white version, the Sony ZV-1 white version, and this is absolutely where I would get started if you can level up. Like I said, it is more pricey. It's $748, but when you're thinking about getting a bigger camera like that Canon M50, you also have to get a couple $100 lens on top of it, and that fancy Canon M50, way too difficult for me. So I spent hundreds of dollars on that camera that I don't even really use. I need to keep it simple. So that's the first thing that I would recommend to get started there. So now we're going to stop sharing my screen. Okay, so we talked about camera, your phone, and level up something simple, point and shoot. The Canon G7X is also a great version, and they have cheaper versions as well. So you can get like a Mark 1, a Mark 2, a Mark 3, just as good. The next thing I want to talk about is your audio. And your audio is going to either keep people on your video or cause them to leave your video. If you don't have good audio, it could potentially hurt your video performance. So let's talk about a budget microphone. When I say budget microphone, I'm saying something in the $10 to $50 range. So again, I am going to share my screen real quick to show you what I would recommend for a budget budget microphone. So let's go right here to the Boya BY-M1 electric condenser microphone. Now, what's great about this is it can also plug into your cell phone. So if you are using your cell phone as a camera, this lapel mic is going to be perfect for shooting on your cell phone. It's also going to be great if you do live streams like this, if you're doing TikToks, if you're doing Instagram Reels. This is great. And you can see this is $15. This microphone is $15. Highly recommend. The way I would determine whether to try out a microphone or not when looking at Amazon, I would always look at the ratings here and see, are there a lot of ratings and what is that rating? So you can see for this Boya mic, it has over 6,300 reviews and it is over 4.5 stars. So that's why I would recommend this particular microphone for you. All right, now let's talk about the next microphone that I would recommend, the Level Up microphone. I actually use for all of my camera videos. So if I am doing TikToks or Reels, I use this Rode lavalier mic. It's a smart lav. I think it's around $100 or more, but this is what I have chosen for my cell phone videos. Okay. Now I do want to talk about what do I use that you saw right here. What is this guy right here? And this is the Level Up microphone that I mentioned. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you what that is here real quick. I'm getting, a little fancier here with my live stream. This is the Rode Video Mic Camera compact on camera microphone. Okay, you can see I literally purchased it January 2022. It's what I've used on all my videos this entire year. The reason why I love this is because it plugs right into my camera and it makes my video and audio one particular file. So before I had an external mic, it's pretty similar to this. I use my Yeti mic and then I had to sync my audio and my video. And sometimes I would forget to turn my audio on, my microphone on. So this just makes everything super compact and I can take this if I want to shoot something like get ready with me in the bathroom, or I want to shoot something downstairs, or I want to shoot something outside. There's not a whole lot that I need to carry around to get good quality. Also, if I'm traveling and I want to vlog, these two are a great 1-2 punch when it comes to quality camera and quality mic. Okay, now let's come on back here. The next thing that I want to talk about, again, I got my notes. I told you guys, like, I'm not a huge fan of going live. I get more nervous here when I go live. The next thing I want to talk about is your lighting, because it doesn't matter how great your camera is, how great your phone is. If you have crap lighting, you're going to have crap video. And it doesn't matter how great your camera is, you have to have good lighting. So let's talk a little bit about lighting, because we do have options. First of all, the totally free version of lighting is natural light. I wish I could use the natural light I get in this office, but my window is directly to my left right here. You can see the curtains. And if I turn that way, it's not what I want you all to see. It's like got doors and a closet, whereas I can prepare this area as my background. I'm also going to be sharing with you some background tips here at the end of this video, so stick around for that. So instead, I have this light that comes from the left of me, and I need to offset it with another light. So I do have a soft box over there, but natural lighting is going to be your best lighting, just sitting in front of a window, making sure that window is in front of you. Now, let's talk about budget lighting. What should we use to get started with budget lighting? Um, I actually use this on my cell phone, and I use this for all my TikTok and Reels videos. This unfortunately isn't charged at the moment because my son likes to play with it as a flashlight, but it's a ring light that clips right onto your phone, and you can get it on Amazon. Let me pull it up for you guys real quick. Remember, you can get the list to all of this, trinalittle.com/equipment. You can get this little guy for just $14. I also bought this when my daughter had virtual kindergarten 2 years ago in 2022, because she had to sit with a window behind her and it made her face really dark for her teacher to see. So we just put this on her iPad so that her teacher could see her. Like I said, I also use this for all of my TikToks and Reels, and it's just $14. It is a great option for cheap lighting. Now let's talk about, if we go back to, sorry, this is called the Oxywa clip-on selfie ring. It is rechargeable, so you do have to make sure it's plugged in. It has a little plug-in, but perfect option for budget lighting. Now, if we want to talk about up level our lighting, I would recommend investing in one particular light, and that would be a ring light. Now, it is a little bit more cumbersome. It is a little bit bigger to handle. You've got to kind of stash it somewhere, but it's going to give you the fastest, best light. Like I said, I want to make my filming super simple. I got my camera, I got my mic, and I got one light that I need is my ring light. Technically, I could shoot that without any other lighting, just my ring light. So the one that I would recommend that I'm actually using right now, so that you see like the circle rings, the lights on my eyes, is, let's pull this up again, back and forth here. Is the newer 18-inch ring light. You can see I did just purchase this back in July on Amazon Prime Day, so I upgraded my ring light. The last ring light that I had, I got in 2016. So I used that ring light for, what's 2016? 6 years ago. So they're a great option. They're a super easy way to get good lighting. This particular ring light is $112, so it's not super expensive. But it is over that $100 threshold. But it is such a great way to level up your video quality. And literally 3 pieces of equipment: camera, microphone, lighting, right? That's all I've talked about. There is one more piece to make your video filming a lot easier. And that is a tripod. So where the tripod that I use, I sit it on my desk. I put this on the tripod. My webcam is on the tripod that I use, but I put this on the tripod, and my desk is a movable desk. So I can push this button right here and y'all go up or y'all go down. And that allows me to use this tripod and on my desk and get it to where I want it. And the particular tripod that I use, it is super sturdy. It is easy to carry around, so I can vlog on it as well, is the Joby Gorilla Pod. And it is just under $50. But I'm going to tell you, it's the only tripod that I grab for my camera. If I'm packing and I'm going away and I want to shoot videos while I'm out of town, I grab my Joby tripod. It's like that. It's that big. I grab my camera and I grab my microphone. Now, I would probably take one of these along as well. I'm not sure where I would set it up with my camera yet. I would probably, if I was in a hotel, just sit in front of the hotel light window. That's all I really need to get super simple quality video. Because listen, the more complicated that you make your video equipment, the less likely you're gonna do it. That's what happened with me in my Canon M50. I bought this fancy camera with this fancy Sigma lens, like it's like the blurry background, and I hated it because it was blurry. It took me forever to find the settings. It was just a pain. And if I'm gonna film, because I run an agency, we've got seven-figure entrepreneurs that we work with every single day. We're publishing their videos every single day. I got coaching clients, I got course clients, right? I've got those things to do. So when I sit down, not to mention children, yes, I have children too. So when I sit down to film, I've got to make this super easy and quick to do. And that is why I keep things super simple with just three things. All right. Now, I do want to talk about backgrounds. So start leaving the questions that you have about backgrounds, about equipment or anything. But the one last thing that I wanted to share with you, if you are ready to take YouTube more seriously, you want to either get started on YouTube from scratch, or you want to take your channel and grow it to more views and subscribers to help your business, I am hosting a free challenge in September called the Kickstart Your YouTube Spark Challenge. All right. In that challenge, totally free for 5 days, I'm going to be going into more detail about how you can create and publish one important video that will drive you organic traffic for years to come, and learn the process to repeat this kind of content over and over again with your channel. Now, what makes me different from learning from any other type of YouTube educator is I understand the YouTube algorithm as well as what you need in your business. But if you don't make the YouTube algorithm happy, YouTube's not going to do anything for your business. So the way I teach YouTube and the way I'm going to break it down for you in these 5 days is to show you exactly how to balance your YouTube strategy while still getting leads and sales in your business, because this is a very specific strategy that you need to understand if the time you put into your YouTube videos is going to pay off with new clients and new students and sales in your business. So make sure you sign up for that. We are opening the doors to this challenge later this week. So if you want to get inside, make sure you go to trinalittle.com/challenge to get on that wait list today. So you're the first to hear when we officially open the doors to that challenge that we are hosting next month. And the last thing before we talk about backgrounds, make sure you put on your schedule right now, next Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are continuing this live series, but next week we are going to be talking about why just ranking on YouTube won't help your channel grow in 2022 and beyond. Ranking on YouTube is done and over with. YouTube is different. Ranking on YouTube worked years ago. It's not how you're going to see success on YouTube now and moving forward. So I'm going to dive into what you should be doing on YouTube in 2022 moving forward if you want to put time and effort into your videos and actually get people to see them, get people to subscribe, and get people to work and buy from you. So that is happening next Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So put that on your calendar. Now, the last thing I do want to talk about here is your background. And listen, don't overthink your background, okay? I was watching ESPN with my husband just yesterday, and they were doing an interview with somebody, and I was like, this guy, first of all, he didn't even have his camera at eye level. The bookshelf behind him had like crooked books and like books that were tilted down, and he was on world broadcasted television. Like he was on ESPN, that was on across the world. And like his background wasn't perfect. So your background doesn't need to be perfect. Just make it so it's not distracting. The best way to do this is kind of get into a corner of the room and you can move all your junk over here because you don't see the snacks that I have to the side, right? The coffee that I have to the side. You're only seeing what is in this screen right now. So don't overthink it. Try to add some personality if you can. You see, the biggest thing of my personality is this Eiffel Tower back here. So add some personality if you can. But what people just really want to connect with you and who you are. All right. I've worked with family vloggers, mom vloggers who sit in their bedroom, beds unmade, folding laundry, recording videos, and people love those videos. So don't overthink this. Just, remember this is what's in your screen, and then just move out the things that you don't need to have in your screen to the other side of the camera. Seriously, that's the biggest secret of YouTubers. Okay. So I want to go ahead one last time and tell you, if you want to learn more about YouTube and work with me for 5 days in September, go to trinalittle.com/challenge. And I'm going to go ahead and jump over to the chat and answer questions. Um, all right. I'm looking for questions. Thank you all for being here. I use my front camera. So, yes, let me hanging with Drew menswear channel. Yeah, you can totally use your camera's front, your phone's front or back, either one. When I'm using the selfie camera, just make sure, like I did before I went live on Instagram, you wipe it off so it's clear. And the lighting again will affect the quality. But I like to have the selfie camera because I can see what is in my screen, and make sure there's nothing distracting in it. So you can use the selfie or the back camera, whatever feels comfortable for you. But if you're using either side, make sure you clean off your camera. Let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, great question. What if we have glasses? So there's a lot of great tutorials on YouTube if you have glasses and you're trying to get good lighting. And one of the best things is to, if you're using a ring light, make sure it's a little bit higher than your head and then tilted so that it's not directly reflecting on your glasses. So I'm going to pull up for an example. I have my blue light glasses, and you can see I almost have my ring light high enough so you can't see it. So if I was like down here, right? Scooching down a little bit. If I was down here, I still think it needs to be tilted a little bit, because if I tilt my head this way, you can't see it. So that's what you want to do with glasses. You want to make sure that the ring light is tilted, so that you can't see it on your glasses. And I'll just take some time to test that and play with that. Okay. Tripod for camera. So tripod for camera, I said the Joby GorillaPod. I love that. It's easy to move around. That's what I would recommend. Otherwise, there is an Amazon Basics tripod that's a little bit bigger if you want to have it standing up on your floor instead of your desk. What camera are you shooting on today, Trina? I actually upgraded my webcam and I got the Logitech Brio. It shoots in 4K. Otherwise, I had the same webcam again since 2016 when I started my business. So this is the Brio Logitech. Sunglasses, same thing. My room, oh, this is a great one. My room is echoey. Great question. So, what I do is, you will see in some of my videos, I walk you through this, but I have blankets and pillows on my floor. So, this room specifically is like a tile room. And if I have nothing in here, it's super echoey. So, things that I did to make it less echoey, obviously add more things to the wall. I put a rug down, and I do have a blanket laying on the floor over here as well to just soak up that echo. One thing that could be difficult is if you have a room with high ceilings. So when I try to shoot in my living room, the audio gets a little wonky because we have higher ceilings in my living room. That's why I tend to keep most of my filming in this room, because the audio is better. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to cover is, how do I share the screen as I'm recording? So what I do when I shoot YouTube videos and I'm talking about sharing the screen is, I will do all my talking head videos first, my A roll, and then I will shoot my B roll. So if it's screen recordings or not. One screen recording tool that I like to use is Loom, called LOOM, and it will shoot my face on video and the screen at the exact same time. Then we can download that video and use it. Another thing that you can use is QuickTime. If you have a Mac, that's what I use, is QuickTime. Okay, so I want to thank you all for being here and remind you one last time, if you want to learn more about YouTube and really how to use YouTube and grow YouTube for your business, make sure you go to that wait list, trinalittle.com/challenge, because we are going to be opening the doors for you to join that later this week. And next week, I'm going to be talking about why we aren't ranking on YouTube anymore. Leave any questions if you're catching the replay. I will get back around to answer any questions that you have. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week.